All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. I hope everybody is having a good day. I've got plenty of time today. I will be off, and other than picking the kiddos up from school, time to put in some work. I've got my farm here on the FSG server 2. It's a South American map. It's actually pretty nice. And we're putting in some sorghum. We've got that planted, the nitrogen set, and we should have some pretty good yield from this. And this environmental score, I'm hoping that I'll be able to get that kicked up, because I've heard that there's a little trick that we can use by... I had to create a field on the non-farmable area that I had, and that way I can get that set. Hang on one second, I'll be right back. All right. So I'm thinking if we get this all set, once the sorghum comes up, once the sorghum comes up, we'll be able to put that over here in the grain mill that I've got. And I've got it set up to sell it right now just because it gives me a nice steady income. But I'll be able to get sorghum in there. We're almost out of wheat and oat, or barley and oat. But that seems to be a fairly decent income. And then I don't have to track all of the constant price fluctuations and such, which is kind of nice. So as we get a little bit bigger, I think I will go ahead and start loading that myself unless I just, keep it going the way it is right now, which it works. So full send. And once I get this one done, I'm probably going to swing over to Stony Acres. Yeah, Stony Acres has some land over nearby, and they lost their crop because they've been out of town for a little while. So I'm hoping that I can get over there. I got it mulched in, but I might run over there with my seeder and throw down, I don't know, something. We'll see what we've got. If nothing else, I'll throw a cover crop down for him. But we could throw. He had sugar beets in there before. I can throw some sugar beets down for him again in case he gets back in time. Soy's always a winner. He doesn't have all the equipment for everything quite yet, so if he was planting sugar beets, I might just throw sugar beets back down for him. Let's see what we've got here. I can update this. Stone's not needed. Done, yes. I'm trying out the work planner that mod since it exists. It's not quite like the crop calendars that you would have with the FS19 seasons, but I'm trying to give that a shot to see if it helps with the work planning. That is done. So, and I'm putting that we need to do a second fertilizer because with the precision farming, if you have the crop sensors, you can add a little bit of extra kick of fertilizer once it actually is grown, and that seems to help your environmental score, and the environmental score helps us by giving us a boost in profits for everything we sell. So, and I've heard that we can, with the weeds, that we should be able to go ahead and use the weeder so the weeds never grow, wait till the first stage, and then do the sprayer, but it'll never add herbicide, so you don't get the deficit of using herbicide, but you do get the bonus on the environmental score. I don't know if that's something that's going to get fixed on a later update for precision farming, but it's something, a way to kind of get the best of both worlds, so we might give that a shot. And hang on, bear with me, I will be right back. And we're back again. see what we've got. Because this is nearly done. Probably a little over halfway, which is kind of nice. There we go. I still wish after you've mulched it that the mulched status would go away after you do rolling or some other change. It would be nice. But let's look, because right here we've got 89%. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that could be because of, there we go, the type of ground that it was. So, what's going on, Devar? Hope you're having a good day at work today. Unless you got the day off, like me, then hope you're enjoying it. Putting some time in the service and trying to see what we can get going with this precision farming. Well, obviously work's not too busy if you're able to find time and hang out with us here. But I figure I guess somebody's got to do it, you know, that working thing. Oh. Savage missed a spot. It's gonna OCD's gonna drive me nuts if I don't get it. Try this again, get it lined up. There we go. And I'll be right back. Got ourselves some decent sunshine today, so that'll be kind of nice. I might go work out in the yard. Don't really know what I have planned for the day. Yeah, we'll get this rolled, then we'll probably throw down. Yeah, we might throw down some sugar beets. We'll take a look. Or Stony Acres and see what he wants in there. Now, the crop calendar has a lot of options for right now. I managed to salvage his sunflowers he had up in a field up north. I could throw sugar beets back down here and sunflowers up there. Although I might, let me look at the size of those fields. Might alternate those because 4.4. And 5.03. Yeah, I might selfishly just put the sunflowers in the field down south by me, so that if he doesn't make it, since I have the equipment already, I can go ahead and get that harvested. I've already got his, I've got 52,000 liters of sunflowers stored for him, so hang on, I'll be right back again. All right. Doggo's having a rough go. Her hips are going out, so she was struggling a little bit. Had to go give her a hand. But we make it work. A few more passes and we'll be done over here. So let's see if we get sunflowers down for him. And nice thing is, since I'm putting in work for him, I can go ahead and charge him for that. So let's see how that sets up. Stony Acres. It'll be in field 18. Will be the first ones I plant. And sowing. 3. And I don't remember if we've already gotten the lime set up. We'll take a look at. Let's see how his precision map is looking. Where are we at? Field 18. Nitrogen should be good, so we won't be using much there. And his pH might need to give that a kick, but we'll take a look. Charge double. You know, I might as well. I mean, I could just sell his crops and keep the profit. I mean, I put in the work for it, right? All he did was plant it. I'll definitely have to see about getting myself a low loader at some point. Now I can haul all the equipment over there pretty quick and easy. So I don't mind doing the field that's across the street. It's not too far. We finally got ourselves some sunshine up here in upstate New York. It's supposed to be, I think, 60s today, which will be, man, real nice. Yeah, it's supposed to be nice and warm today. Next week, it's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous in the 70s and 80s. A little bit of rain, but you know what? I'll take what I can. Beggars can't be choosers. I'll have to figure out how to put in a storage fee for the sunflowers that I'm keeping for them. And I don't think yeah, the only production I have is grain, so. Kind of profits. Not bad. Spent a lot on fertilizer today. I'm thinking I might just run, after this sorghum run, I might just be running a whole bunch of soy because I don't spend any money on fertilizer. Since with precision farming, soy is a crop that doesn't require any extra nitrogen. In fact, it adds some nitrogen. It's just a very small amount now. but it does add some nitrogen back to the soil, which is kind of nice. I do like that the environmental scores kicks a bonus for every sold product in game. So trying to keep my environmental score up as high as possible means when I sell flour, or if I get some cows and I sell some milk or any other product, it's going to go ahead and give me that bonus, which is pretty damn nice. Again, OCD is going to get to me if I don't get that spot. There it is. Right now, we've got an environmental score of 77 with 70 and 98. So this one here, the nitrogen's just a hair low, and the reason, from what I can tell, the way to get the max on the nitrogen is to go back and do a second pass. As much as we always say it doesn't need it, if you go and you have the crop sensors that are attached to the mirrors, or you buy the actual separate crop sensor and you do it while there's growth on the ground, it will then add whatever little bit of a kick that it needs, and I think that's going to get me that extra little bit to get that up to 100%. This one, because I had soy in there previously, the nitrogen on this field 14 was absolutely nothing. So it's kind of a catch-22 on how we're going to do it. I did throw one small strip down here of sugar cane, and I'll pick up or release a small what's it called, planter, or not planter, oh, speaking of, I need to sell that planter, a small harvester that I can tow behind and harvest that. And I really just did that because I've been told you need to have a field in all areas in order to try to get your overall environmental score as high as possible. So in order to do that, I figured something that will reseed itself, which that's what the sugarcane is going to be able to do. I could also throw potatoes where I can just use the product as the seed, which that's the same thing that I can do with the sugarcane. If I need to plow it or anything like that, I would be able to do that. So we're going to take a look. I do need to get over there and spray that area so that that is all maxed out. Unfortunately, you don't get to see an environmental score like you do on the actual designated fields, but we're gonna give it the max of everything we can so that we can try to get our score as high as possible. Grass is another one I've heard is difficult to keep that score up on because of the plowing state and such like that, but might do some experiments with it at some point. It's like almost done with that top end of field 13 over there, and then a couple more passes over here on 14, and we're good on this field. All right. Keep looking outside because it is beautiful out there. The sun's coming up. It's nice and warm right now. I think I might go get some pellets and light the grill today. Working on getting that all cleaned out, so find that I end up being willing to grill any time of the year. Okay. Oh, that was a little excessive. Yeah, that should work. Almost finished. And almost. We're getting there. And I think he's got rocks in that field, which then we'll be able to get that knocked out as well. Never. Mulch needs plowing. No. Them's the big rocks. Alright, so that is rolled. So we're showing we will get 125%. Oh, I just ran right past my tractor because I forgot that I had speed on. So getting her all cleaned up. Almost. Top off the fuel. grab the Kinsey. Oop, oop. I think I'm gonna run the weeder. Let me see, what does it say? So if I run the weeder, why is it dropping? I didn't select the right one. We can do this one. This is that little strip of sugar cane I planted over here. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get rid of that. Leased items. I don't need to keep spending money on that one. But I can probably go ahead and save those seeds. There's no need to let those go to waste. I could probably sell all that straw too. I had grand ideas. Really? Whatever. I had some grand ideas of what I wanted to do with the farm, and I think I need to get a little more established before I start building cow pens and chicken pens and other stuff. This should be just this one pass. Let me validate. What does it say here? I guess maybe there is no weeds on there, but we'll see. Do I get credit for weeding? So many questions, because I think sugarcane is listed as a grass, so then it doesn't get weeds, so that means I won't get the weeding bonus by using the sprayer, which is what I want. We gotta make it difficult, you know. Alright, let me grab the Kinsey. And yeah, I think I'm gonna throw some sunflowers down over here, since I do have the sunflower header. Now wait. If he does not get around to it, then I'm still able to pick that up. I think that'll work. Let's go top off these seeds. Come on. There we go. Come on. There you go. Might need a bigger tractor eventually, but this case has been pretty awesome. And I like the fact that I can throw these narrow duals on there, so I don't have to worry about crop destruction. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I have to worry about whatever attachment I have causing crop destruction. So that's real. That's unfolding. Let me move his tractor out of the way. Luckily, he was nice enough to let me know where he had the keys hiding. Hang on 1 second, gotta let Doggo out. I'll be right back. All right. I gotta figure out what I want to eat today. I'm hungry. I don't know about y'all. Then again, I'm always hungry. And let's bring you back over. There we go. Alright, we said... There we are, sunflowers. Let's get... North, south... I think that other edge is sure... No, definitely not. So this... And... That looks about right there. Oh, should probably check the width. There we go. That'll do. And I don't know if it's gonna... Let's overlap a little bit. Turn that on. Drop it down. There we go. I'll get this rolling. Like I say, I did mulch it. If I'm feeling frisky enough, I'll bring the roller over, because that'll still give us bonus. I don't know how that works though either. If I were to steal his crop, by steal I mean if he's not on here, he's not able to stop me. And since I'm planting it, I'm just borrowing the field. Does his environmental score or my environmental score count for the cost when selling? Something I'll have to look at. Yeah, we'll get this seeded if I have time, although I will probably want to go get something to eat here shortly. Then I will roll it. If not, I can see about hopping on later. You guys might not be able to join me for it, but I can get that rolled. And then weeded and prepped. Because I'll swing over as soon as I'm done and throw some fertilizer on top of it just to, well, actually, I'm going to wait till it sprouts. Yeah, we'll wait till it sprouts because I do have the crop sensors on here, which with the crop sensors that are on the mirrors, you have to have daylight, so you can't do it after the sun's down. I could buy the AZSparky crop sensor that you put on the front of the tractor, which does work day or night, but I prefer not to be working at night anyway, since it's harder to see the lines of what you're doing. GPS makes that a lot more tolerable, but oh, apparently he left some fertilizer and seed just laying around over here. All right. I guess it's safe over there in the corner. Because when I'm charging, I think that it's just charging for the labor, not charging for the actual product I'm using. So I might have to figure out what to do invoice-wise for that. It's kind of cool because then it lets you see what the rates were that we're getting charged. So it's kind of nice. And we'll do one more lap around for a headland. That should give us enough room. Come on. You got this. You can do it. Jesus. Guess I could have lifted it up. That probably would have helped. One of my doggos is just happy as can be laying outside right now. The other one probably not going to be so happy, but I don't know what this song is. Skip it around, get something new. Yeah, we'll get. And supposedly stones only affect damage to equipment. I don't know if it's affecting, I would think it would affect damage to seeders and planters, but doesn't seem to be. Well, we'll see when I get that back over there. When I roll it, unfortunately, because of the size of the stones, it will not put it back down. If I had more time yesterday, I probably would have come over here, leased a stone picker, and then picked those up. Just talking with the farm owner, I don't know if he's going to make it over here to do it. Obviously, we can't pick the stones up now that I'm seeding over them, but all right. That should be enough of a headland. Yeah, I think that should be enough of a headland, so then we can get this all done. Swing that controller over. Shifting sleep schedules is for the birds. I don't like it. I tried to stay up and stream yesterday. I had been on mids all night on Tuesday going into Wednesday. Got off shift, got home. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start a stream because that's going to help keep me awake. And then I immediately, in the preparing for stream and the stream starting soon screen, proceeded to pass out of the keyboard. And I know that would have been a very entertaining stream to watch, but I chose not to proceed with that one. Helper Sparky is stuck by an object. I do kind of like some of the other things that it's added in here. So it has a variable seed rate it's tracking with precision farming as well, which is kind of cool. So you can see on the top left, actually maybe not be affecting it for this one. They have a good infographic out that shows what, or maybe a table or infographic or something I saw on Giant's website that shows you what crops are affected by the variable seed rate, which is kind of nice. So it's an interesting way to do it. The pH and lime, I am a huge fan of. The fact that I can get away with not doing lime. I can do lime every single time and it uses significantly less is phenomenal to me. So, hang on, doggo needs in. My other dog was looking at me like, please don't make me come in. I really don't want to. She's just as happy as can be laying out in the sunshine. So it does look like, yeah, it is using the variable seeding, which is pretty slick. I think it's pretty cool that it does that. Oh, tree. Tree. I will say this Kinsey planter does not like going backwards with the seed drills in the ground, which I guess makes sense. They're meant to go one direction. Backing it up probably isn't good for it. Hashtag realism. All right. So like we said, we're throwing some sunflowers in. This is for a buddy of ours. It owns a farm called Stony Acres over here. So he's been out of town, hasn't been able to get his product in the ground, so we're going to go ahead and do that for him. He had sugar beets in this plot before and just completely missed the harvest, so I went ahead and mulched that over and I'm now cultivating it in with this planter. I'm putting sunflowers over here. I did get his sunflowers he has on his north field picked up off the ground just in time. Managed to get that in the last wee hours of that day. And I have those stored in my silo right now, so whenever he gets around back to it, he can swing on over and we'll work out a deal so he gets that back. And we will get this planted and rolled and then throw some fertilizer on top of it once it starts growing, because I think we get the best bang for the buck on the nitrogen level if you wait until it has leaves. I think we're coming up at least the first stage, and then use the active field scanner, which doesn't change what you see on the map because you have the soil map already, but what it does is it helps check for any just minute differences that the crops in the area will need and allows for that to take effect, which is pretty darn slick, I think. So, I believe that's the difference that I was getting on, let's say, field 13 over here. I believe that's the difference of why I was not able to get to 100% on the nitrogen over here, is simply because it didn't get that last little bit of a kick. And when you look at, and I think I've already gone ahead and covered this one, so it's not going to show. But later on in the crop cycle, once it's actually grown, you'll see it look kind of cloudy or blotchy. And I'm pretty sure that that's what that crop sensor is for. So, it's not like the crop sensor that we had in FS19. Somebody had modded the Azaria crop sensor and brought that into game, which was awesome because instead of doing the round soil samples, you could just drive and scan the field and get your map as you're going. But that's not what these crop sensors do in game here. So, and the ones that I have are the ones that are sitting here on the mirrors. So, like I said, it will scan the field, but you have to actually have growth for it to see what it's doing. Same goes for the See and Spray John Deere sprayer that I use for fertilization. So that's one for me that's kind of, you're gonna catch 22 with it. So for spraying weeds, you get a deficit if you use liquid herbicide. So I will get less product out of the ground by using a liquid herbicide, but I will get a higher environmental score by doing the See and Spray, the spot spraying, so that all of my products I sell will be worth more, though I'll get less of it out of the ground. I've heard, and I might experiment with it, I've heard a couple people say that you can kind of, I don't want to say cheat or game the system, but as you know, I usually like to try to find those loopholes as well. But you can work the system by planting, going ahead and using the weeder. Like right now, I could go back and use the weeder, and that would clear all the weeds. Then wait till the crop grows to at least the first stage, and then go over it with the sprayer, and the sprayer won't spray anything because it won't have any weeds, but then because I used that sprayer, it would then give me the full environmental bonus of the See and Spray. So I don't know, I might give that a shot on one of the rounds and just kind of compare it, see the differences between the two. So, and then some of the other crops, I'm still trying to figure out how to get that weed bonus on the environmental score. That, you know, so sugarcane and grass, which I think sugarcane is considered a grass in regards to the type of product that it is, but they don't grow weeds. So the fact that well, I guess it doesn't grow weeds because I plowed right before. So I'm wondering if I'm going to have to cultivate and plant another row in there just so I have something to spray so that I can say that that was done. I don't know. Kind of along for the ride with that one, so we'll take a look and see. We might not get it this time around, but we will definitely, as I keep playing on this map, I will have to see what I can figure out with it. So we've got this field that is, I don't think I can edit the existing contracts that I've already made, or existing invoices. Yeah. You can just see the detail of it. No. Because that would be kind of nice if I can, I guess I'll just have to take note of what it is I'm all doing. Because here I'm planting, I'm going to roll it, and then I might weed it right after, since he has a weeder over here. And I might do that with his plot over here, since I won't get to see the environmental bonus from it though, so. I don't know. So many questions I come up with while playing. There's some other great content creators out there that have been phenomenal at getting updates and informational videos and letting us know how to take advantage of using all of the functions of this. So I was watching Gamer53's video on how to get the environmental bonus on the lands that you don't have fields on, and he showed that you have to just create a field and get that ready to go. So that's why I have that little tiny strip of the sugar cane, because I figured it's like 9 meters wide, nothing too terrible. I might regret that in the future, but yeah, along for the ride, we'll figure it out. All right, that is all planted. I should start folding. We'll swing back over. Kind of like how these Kinseys rotate around and into the transportation position. It's kind of cool. We'll bring this back over to the farm. We will pick up the roller. And oh, the good old save game lag spike. Get this rolled over. I really need to go ahead and put down that large pavilion at some point. Our modders here at FSG put together a really nice shed. I got to break down and spend the money on it at some point. Let's see. Yeah, that would go perfect over here. I'll have to level out some land for it, but hang on 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, get this rolled, and then I will probably let you guys go so I can go find something to eat. Because it is lunchtime for me. I guess it would be considered midnight snack on my old schedule, but So I thought I was waiting for maintenance to swing by today, but they said they're coming by tomorrow, so that'll be nice. So if I'm able to stream tomorrow morning, might be interrupted quickly by maintenance as they come by. But we'll figure that one out. It'll all buff. Alright. Let's see these lines. That'll still work. Hey, there we go. And look at all those rocks, man. Yeah, we will definitely have to see about getting those rocks picked up for the next round. That's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to get one headland around here, and then I'm going to throw a worker on it because, man, I just talked about food, and that was a mistake because now I am hungry. But I think this will work out. And off stream, I'll swing back over later and should be able to get this all finished up. Who owns field 17? Oh, that's a new neighbor that we don't have yet. If you are looking to have a farm where we are running precision farming and we've got everything turned on, so crop destruction, we've got the periodic plowing, all of that stuff turned on, field stones as you can see. So all of the things that frustrate us about the maps or about the game that came with FS22, yeah, I went ahead and turned them all on for this one. And if you're interested in starting a farm, come on over to FSG and I'm sure we can get you set up pretty darn well over here. There is a community farm on here, but unless we've got a lot of active players on here, it gets neglected. And there's a couple of us that have our own individual farms, and you can get that set up. And if you're looking for help, just let one of us know, man. It looks like there's going to be some pretty nice maps coming up pretty soon too, so that it is very distinctly possible that some of the maps will get changed up as the new maps come out. I'm excited for seeing some of the internal work that we've got on maps that are being designed here in-house. I'm pretty excited for some of the other maps that are being built by some of our favorite creators. Some of which will be all platforms, of course, some unfortunately not. It's just kind of how that works. I do have to say, though, that the number of all platforms maps that have been coming out that are just purely impressive is awesome in FS22. They definitely did a great job at encouraging people and map makers and modders to make their mods available for everybody. So the fact that we can do crossplay, this particular map is not crossplay because we do have a couple script mods on here, so that does limit the personnel. I am still blown away that we have not figured out a way to have GPS on console yet. I still firmly believe, I'm sure there's a way, it's just nobody's been able to get that approved through Microsoft and PlayStation, and that's the big problem there. Because obviously Giants is down with it because they've allowed the GPS mod or several different versions of Farm Sim. So I gotta say, some of the things they've added, such as the workers being able to drive and deliver stuff, needs some work, but again, that was a huge add. So it's almost kind of like having auto drive baked into Farm Sim. All right, let's get this spun around, set on the last path. Oh, come on, drop it back down. And that should take care of that. Well, thank you guys for joining. This is AZSparky over with FSG. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to get back on again and we'll get another stream going, see what work we can get done on these farms. I imagine as the sun comes back up tomorrow, we will have some weeds we can get some sprayed and some other work. And then there's that big old community farm that's sitting over there that it needs a lot of work. So if you're looking for something to do and want some work to put in, come on over to FSG. We've got plenty of servers for you to look at. We've got public servers with no mods. We've got servers that have some very lightly modded, some crossplay servers, just about anything you can think of. And if you're looking for people to play with, this is the place to find them. So, this is AZSparky. I hope you guys have an awesome day.